Well, hello everyone, and
Hi.
welcome to Livestream from Dive. By the way, I just saw that the last one we did was April.
Wow.
It's been almost 4 months.
Gus gave me a protein bar because he has me working late hours.
Yeah,
Could be watching the Olympics, but I'd rather be here with you guys.
exactly.
Lots
All
going
right.
on. Lots going on.
Yeah.
When can I say what's going on?
Well,
You know me. It's not easy. I'm holding it in. Can I? Can I?
there's
No,
several people watching us from Europe. By the way, I saw Hungary, Switzerland.
What a
Hello
shock.
everyone.
Terry's on. Surprised.
I went to Switzerland recently for the first time. It's beautiful. I want to go back and spend like a month there. I
I
mean,
will.
it's unlimited.
Yeah. I've been here working and
Yeah.
trying to get our stuff launched here, but I'm glad you like Switzerland.
People apparently were taking bets on what color hat you will be wearing. So we have like a whole economy going on with these lives.
I love this one in particular. You know what I should show? I'm gonna hold up. We got this really cool plaque from
They gave us at the
the
meetup.
resort. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold it up. I really love it. Hold on, everybody. Let me go grab it.
By the way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Starting with Jorge. Jorge is like, what have you guys been doing? Well, we recorded some reactions today. Oh, by the way, I will say this. I had an idea today for a video for Dive Talk Plus.
Great idea.
Woody thinks it's a great idea. But anyway, the video is how do we record our reactions? That was basically like from beginning to end. So like I had a camera and I started recording from the moment Woody got to the house, and we recorded the whole process. So if you ever want to find out, oh yeah, there it
Wasn't
is.
that nice? They gave us that.
They gave us that at the Plaza Resort in Bonaire
And-
after our
And
meetup.
they gave us a rock that we leave behind because that's their thing. Like they have this whole sort of like this rock memorial.
It's awesome.
And during the meetup, we got to hang our Dive Talk flag the whole week we were there. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty
Right,
cool.
to see that was really awesome.
So
Woody's mic is a little quiet. Yeah, Gus does that at times.
what? No.
I get
it's
it.
quiet.
You don't want to
Right,
hear
here,
me.
I cranked it up.
Now is it quiet? Can you hear me now?
Should be fine.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna hold this up one more time. Look how cool that is that they made us that.
Yeah.
All right, let me put it back in Gus's organized piles of
That's
stuff.
okay.
No, I'm complimenting. They're a little bit better.
Okay. So yeah, somebody was talking about Swiss Army. So I had this idea of buying a Swiss Army knife in Switzerland, and I went to the biggest waterfall in Switzerland, which is very underwhelming. I will say. By the way, I was very like, I drove like out of my way, like, oh, if this is the biggest waterfall in Switzerland, this must be amazing,
Switzerland, you got to believe they got big waterfalls in
dude.
the Alps.
I mean, it was underwhelming. I'm just gonna say that. Not a place to go back. But they had this shop at the waterfalls where they had like every Swiss Army knife ever made, basically.
Cool.
And I wanted to get one because I'm like, how cool is to have a Swiss Army knife made in Switzerland, or maybe it's made in China, but bought in Switzerland.
Yep.
But because I was taking a cruise, I'm like, they're probably not gonna let me take a Swiss Army knife in the cruise, so I'm gonna have to throw it away, which is terrible.
Really? I
Yeah.
guess that would be right. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna
So I
protect
couldn't
for
I couldn't
weapons.
buy one. So next time I go, I'll get one. I have one.
I have been to Sweden, by the way. Somebody's asking. I've been to Sweden as well.
Me too. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I have
show
a
them
Swiss
your
Army
knife.
knife somewhere. I don't know
While
where it
you're
is,
looking
but-
for it, I'm going to read some of the other comments. Let me see. I'm trying to go up to the top. Anyone got?
Have you all been diving? No. Since the meetup, I haven't been diving at all.
I don't even know how to put my Sidewinder together anymore. It's been so long. We've been working really hard, and I can't wait to announce something like right now, but I can't do it
terrible.
right this second because
Somebody says come to Norway. I would love to. I haven't been to Norway.
I have the fjords are beautiful, man. Like
Yeah. I want
By
to
the
go
way,
to that place where you're like hanging, like the rock is like in the precipice.
it's unbelievable. But
Yeah.
every 5 minutes there's a tunnel in Norway. I've never seen more tunnels, and they're long. Like they know how to tunnel in that country.
They know how
and
to
everything
tunnel,
is spotless. By the way, there's like I don't think there's any crime. I mean, there's no poverty. It's just really clean country.
Yeah.
Food wasn't great. I had to get used to it. It's kind of bland.
in Norway.
It's just like Norway,
just
they're
go
not.
and let's open like a
oh
Mexican
my God,
restaurant.
let's
We'll
go
dominate.
eat some Norwegian food. That's like salmon.
We should go and just open like a Mexican restaurant, a Cuban restaurant.
You would kill it.
It would be
Be
awesome.
the only one in Norway.
Yeah.
That's how ignorant we are by saying that we're going to open the only Mexican restaurant in Norway.
Bob is asking, do you guys have any dives in the works? We're trying. We're trying
Yeah, a
to
big
plan
one
some
with-
things.
With Jonathan Bird and Todd, we're
Trying to plan, but those guys are so busy. But we're trying to make it happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dive Talk Plus videos we're going to do.
Right now, we don't even
wanna-
have a van. Our van is like somewhere in the middle of the
Mike
country.
has it. I don't know
Yeah,
what he's
Mike
doing with it.
borrowed our van, so
He was driving through Atlanta. His van broke. He's like, "Uh-oh, I got a problem." We're like, "Well, take our scuba van," and he went.
that's what he's there for.
Completed his shark meg tooth diving trip in the Dive Talk van. I mean, yes, he built a good bit of it. So
Shout out to all the Aussies. Johnny's asking. Love Australia.
yeah, beautiful.
Everything's trying to kill you there, but it's cool.
Have you ever worked
Bob
with Ed?
Order the cigars.
When you say "Have you ever worked with Ed?" Yes, I mean we've been trained by him.
Yes,
We've dove with
core
him,
videos,
and we're friends with him, and we've done
he was a speaker
a
at the
number of
last year's
videos
meeting.
with him. A good point, Gus. He was a speaker.
Yep.
Yes, I am. Well, are there any trips planned? Like
Brandon is asking a trip
Abaco.
planned to Abaco. Man, I wish.
We need to. I need to do that. We got to
gotta
get
go
back there. It's just time's a little bit of a factor for both of us right now. It seems like, but we're.
Dive
you
Talk
drop the
merch.
merch
Just
link?
go
Oh,
to
we're reading the same
divetalk.com. Now it's easier to remember. Divetalk.com, and you can find our store there and order some merch.
Oh, I like this one. Let me read this one. Antonio Bays. I'm prepared to take my open water diving certification and wanted to ask for any tips when it comes to selecting my first diving gear. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I like to get back to those days, right? There's so many people that are quick out on the internet to ridicule a particular type of gear, unless it's the gear that they think is the best for everybody in the world.
Right,
I
right.
just got through a dialogue on this on Facebook. One guy went off the wall saying everybody should be in a back plate and wing, and nobody should anymore ever wear a jacket BC. And both Gus and I, we struggle with that kind of comment for a couple reasons. What circumstance is he saying that for? What type of diver are they going to be? It's their first time diving. I happen to love my jacket style BCD. It's fun. It's great. I jump off a boat. It's comfortable. It has back inflation. I'm going to 30, 40-foot dive. You know, integrated weights. What's wrong with that?
You ever
Like-
thought about minding your own business? Like,
I
that's
mean,
what we should tell people.
Why does he have to tell everybody automatically
Yeah.
backplate and wing is the right thing for everybody or you're terrible? So the right kind of gear for your open water class, to answer your question, I think you should get the gear that your local dive shop supports. Not just to support your local dive shop, but so you can have it serviced, so you can be trained on gear that they're used to training you on. That's a valid reason.
Yeah.
If they say we sell this gear and we support it and that's who you're going to be diving with and it's your first time getting certified, like that's probably the gear you want to go with. That's my opinion. Make it easy on yourself.
I think that gear has evolved so much that it's hard now to find gear that is terrible. Like, it's really hard. Even the cheap gear is decent.
Good.
Yeah. So I would say I agree with you. I would follow the advice of the people who are local. I get it. They have a shop. They are vendors for specific brands and specific models. They're going to push for those. But even if you get pushed, like I remember the first shop when I got certified, they were pushing me to buy Mars. I ended up buying Scuba Pro after I did my own research.
Which is
because
really good, by the way.
Yeah, but the Mars stuff is good too.
Very good.
Like, it's not like it was terrible. It was just the Scuba Pro fit my style better because it's a lot more compact and it packs better for traveling. But it doesn't mean that the Mars is terrible. It just Scuba Pro was smaller and that's what I wanted, you know? So, anyway.
Yeah,
There was another question though.
Gear's such a personal thing, size, weight, height,
Yeah.
male, female, but a fun topic. Yeah, Bob, it is. It is a fun topic, but I think a brand new person doesn't know even what to ask, right? Remember day one, I'm going to get certified to dive. What gear? I don't. What
Right.
gear do I just get a mask and then I can have some regulator in my mouth and somehow I'm breathing underwater? They don't even know anything. So just let the local dive shop and instructor guide them for their very first round out. That's my point.
Somebody asked a really good question, which was, how often do we dive? Every month. Like how many times a month do we
Lately,
dive?
not that many.
I try to dive once a month.
We've
but
been trying, but
we haven't been very successful.
failing.
lately.
But I like to do once a month as well. But we're in a little bit of a rut. I can tell you one thing. We just got back from the Bon Air, meetup. That was our last round of diving. Gus and I, Terry, a bunch of us were just diving the Dive Talk Go. Was that awesome every day having the rebreather? The little
awesome.
simple rebreather. And how long did it take you to assemble that thing every day? 10 minutes? No stress of, oh my God, I got to dump the sorb and put it back together.
It was like 10 minutes.
It's
5 of it
nothing.
was just swatting mosquitoes.
yeah,
It
you get
was just
killed
like,
by those.
God.
I
get
did
outta
most
here.
of it inside, to be honest with you.
You did?
Right in my room. Yeah, it was
Oh no,
perfect.
I brought my portable fan, which everybody was like, who brings a
I
portable
was
fan to the
laughing
beach?
at you. I had to make fun of you.
This
At
guy,
on the
the
beach.
smartest one, right? Because then I would turn it on and the mosquitoes could not fly through it, right? But yeah, it was amazing. We do have some news to share, which is pretty exciting. I don't think we've shared this publicly, which is the fact that we can ship the Go globally. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah, we got our exemption.
Yeah. So
An
for those of
ITAR.
you, I don't know how many of you watching this have rebreather making companies, but if you do, you know that when you make rebreathers in the U.S., you are not allowed to ship overseas unless, I guess, Joe Biden tells you that you can. Like the government has to approve for you to ship it. They have to find out that you're not trying
Or
to
Kamala, if he needs help.
or Kamala.
But,
Yeah, exactly.
Kamala.
So anyway, we applied for the government and asked them for permission to be able to sell the Go overseas, and they agreed and they approved it. So now we can ship everywhere,
Not
except for a
everywhere,
couple
no.
of
There
countries
they do list some countries
like
that you have to
Libya
get
and whatnot.
Yeah, and then some other countries that you have to get a special license for. You have to apply. But that's a huge deal. And also, you should know that instructors, have to get insurance, right, to teach. Well, Dive Talk Academy and the Dive Talk Go class in particular is an approved DAN course. I think that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah.
We had to work hard for that. We had to submit a lot of information to them. I sort of spearheaded that one and got through the process, answered a bunch of their questions, and they approved us. They said, yep, an instructor can now choose Dive Talk Academy.
As their
and
certification.
They
Yeah,
can,
so
they
their
can be insured under that. So I'm very,
agency.
very happy about that.
Yeah. So under Dan, we are recognized as a agency, which is great.
Yep.
And
The class is recognized. They
Yep.
reviewed our materials. We haven't launched the online
Made a lot of
version
progress.
yet, but it's
Very
really,
close.
really going to be amazing.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's a lot of work. It's taking longer than we thought, and we know that. But
And it was amazing to see how much interest we have gotten from overseas about the Go.
amazing.
This morning, I got an email from a big shop in South Africa. They want to bring the Go to South Africa. They want to become, the go-to shop in South Africa for it. We have people in Australia also asking about it. In Europe. Yeah. We have our first ambassador. We're just waiting on the signature of the paperwork to make it official. Going to be in Europe. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's growing and it's going to be global. So,
And I think they're going to love it. Like, they're not going to regret it. I haven't heard anybody yet that has gotten certified on the Dive Talk Go and is like, oh my God, I made a mistake. They love it. Everybody loves the simplicity of the Dive Talk Go mechanical rebreather.
exactly.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Any other questions, guys?
So your videos powering your shearwater computer and wondering what effect does the Changes affect the decompression. I'm not sure if I understood that question.
Changes in like the settings,
I
like
don't
the
know.
gradient factors.
Where can we find a
A
list
lot.
of Dive Talk instructors? Oh, I think that's what they were asking. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon is asking. So,
That
Brandon, we're going to host that on the Academy website, which we're working on finishing right now. We were aiming to be live by the beginning of August, which is today. We're still working on it, but that's going to be there, and you get to filter by,
And I
your
think
state, whatever.
I think there's about
Yeah.
10 right now.
Yeah, there's about 10 instructors. I think 11, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's some, and we have several people that are working on becoming instructors.
That's
Yeah,
right.
gaining
Some
hours,
more out
all that.
west in particular, which
Yep.
is great.
Are you guys going to DEMA this year to showcase the rebreather?
Yes.
We are. We have a booth at DEMA this year for the first time. So
We just
stop
finished
by.
And we've just finished designing the backdrop. It's really cool. We had a professional help us with that, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see.
What are your thoughts? Oh, you went up.
Where are we?
Go down. There was a big question about what are your thoughts if you go down, and then it stopped. Keep going. Okay, what are your thoughts on a filtration technology that could potentially remove silt from the water while cave diving, or do divers prefer the challenge of exploring?
Good question.
I think that would be amazing if it was really real and reliable, because I cannot imagine how big of a filtration system you would need for example, when we go to Woody's room. It's
No.
not just, how do I put
think
it?
it
It's
would-
not
your
like,
filter-
oh, wow, there's a little bit of silt. Imagine you go from light to blackness of silt. Like,
Tar.
forget
Yeah.
about seeing your computer. You can't see, you might as well close your eyes. It's the same, this is what you see. Nothing.
Terrible.
Zero. So I don't know how it would remove
No,
all
we
that.
actually last year we got a message from people that wanted to patent and like make a device that would remove silt. And they were like, would you be interested in testing it, all this stuff? And, we wanted to hear your thoughts. And my thoughts were, I don't think anyone's going to buy this. Personally, I think it's going to be a waste of time and money. The reason for that is we learn how to navigate through silt during cave diving training. So
I kinda like
imagine I run into silt, which is typically a temporary thing. Like, oh, we silted out this passage, you just swim through, and then you pop out on the other side. So imagine I just run into silt and be like, hold on, let me power my unsilting machine and wait 30 minutes and then go through. I'm like, no, you just okay the line, go through it, and keep going. It's
And
like,
in a
it's
way-
a non-issue. It's
and
a
it-
solution to a non-issue.
And just a minute, don't you kind of like it a little bit? Just the,
Yeah.
you're just diving by feeling, and you're going to be okay. You're applying your learning. That's
sure.
the beauty of a rebreather. So I don't know. Let's see.
Going to get my
read-
GUE Fundy course soon. Have you done any GUE courses, and what was your experience with that? So we've never done GUE, but we've dived with a bunch of GUE divers, solid divers.
Very
Great. Absolutely. So I think you're going to enjoy the course and gain a
improve.
bunch of skills
Yes.
for sure. Become
Agree.
a better diver.
Do you guys 3D print any dive accessories? I mean, Mike outsources 3D printing some
Yeah.
of the dive talk stuff, but
This
there
right
is
here.
some small 3D printing,
All of these are 3D printed.
which is weird that the pink
arrows
ones.
for explanation.
Yeah,
for
I don't know where the pink.
exploration.
Because
So
we have the color pink to be able to print them, and I don't
Sure,
see any
it's-
pink arrows.
yeah. Somebody asked if there are any Go instructors in Florida. We have several,
Yes.
like at least 4 that I know of.
Isla Divers out of Orlando
Yeah.
has 3 instructors there. Manny Figueroa
Figaro, yeah.
is the owner. Awesome instructors there. So they are ready to go, and they already have certified a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
Doug Ebersol, of course, is not just an instructor, but he's an instructor trainer for us. And we have more.
CJ, Ray, yeah.
Yep, more coming, guys.
Let's see. What other questions do we have?
Let's see. I'm reading. Does Go Rebreather have any patents? Nope. Does not.
No. What type of filament do I use? I use PLA for the arrows. The staff at
I was
Toucan
thinking
Diving says
PLB.
hello. Lawrence messaged me. Oh, yeah. Hello to those guys. They were great. Toucan is the dive shop at the Plaza Resort.
They were great. Speaking of dive computers, would it be better, safer, to have a backup computer with a different algorithm than the primary? No. So I can stop there. For example, a primary gradient and a second with bump. No. I have seen nothing to indicate that would be the case. I say keep it simple and down the middle. That's what I have learned about diving the most as I get older. If Simon Mitchell, all these great guys are diving, what's the new pro? I think they all dive 50, 70.
Yeah. That's what
Let's
that's
see,
what I do.
Woody.
Too.
I know Woody knows more than Simon. I'm not gonna dive 50, 70. Simon, why? Well, I don't have any logic, but right, just go down the middle. Stay safe. Don't play around with those. I don't believe that would help. No, I think it'd be confusing.
Do you ever dive with your spouse or significant other? No. No, she doesn't want to
My
learn.
kids
And I
dive.
don't want to carry twice the equipment, to be honest.
That's really nice. Loving. My wife does not dive. She tried it one time and I thought that the nervous breakdown that she had the moment her foot hit the water would probably not make her a good diver. So then, but my girls are both awesome. They love diving with me, and I love diving with them. And I think both of them are going to come to the meetup next year, and both of their husbands dive.
Do you know any rebreather instructors near Oklahoma? I think Randall is in Oklahoma.
Randall.
Yeah.
Randall Purdy. So
Randall Purdy,
awesome. Randall, Purdy, and really good.
How affordable is an open water cert and the gear I would need to get to start the hobby? So you don't need to buy gear immediately. And typically when you get an open water class, it includes the gear rental for the class, the duration of the class. So it should be pretty inexpensive. Now, of course,
I think they run all in with the
a few
rental.
$100s, right?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere like three to $500, something like that.
Right.
I think but that may not get you. That's just going to get you your confined water, right? Then you're going to have to go on the open water portion and do 4 more dives. I just read Dive Talk's website. Oh, this is hilarious.
What?
Okay, ready?
Okay.
I just read Dive Talk's website introducing Gus and Woody. Cool. We both spent a lot of time putting our bios together.
On the
Woody
bio, yeah.
has
People
paragraphs about him, and Gus had one sentence. I'm
Well-
like, Gus, can you put your bio together? Like, put some effort into it?
Well, if
He did put a lot of effort into it.
so,
Like
I
8
was.
seconds of effort.
They released an article today in the In-Depth magazine. Was it In-Depth magazine? Well, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's one
You're
of the
in it, right?
magazines. And I was interviewed for that
Right,
article, and we also have bios in there, so you know what to expect. And
Oh,
they were pretty disappointed. They were like, "No, there needs to be more." Like I don't. And I'm like, "No, that's it. That's my bio. That's all I
it.
want." Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So you guys
it
can
was-
go check that out yourself. Now, I got to admit, I didn't know he was going to do that. So when I first went, he's like, I did my bio. Leave me alone. It's done. I'm like, fine, thank you. I go to the website. I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm not even going to change one thing. It's
But
hilarious.
that's me.
That's really impressive.
Thank you. Look at Jorge just gifting memberships so people can go watch the members only.
But he's just so awesome
content.
to us.
Jorge was amazing
And always has been. You are awesome, sir.
for sure.
And love just being around you. You're so positive and upbeat. You guys, what a
Yeah.
pleasure to be.
Do you guys
With
plan on going back to the mine in Missouri? Hopefully.
We were invited because one of the guides, one of the main guides there was on the Dive Talk meetup trip, and on the meetup trip he got certified on the Dive Talk Go. So he wants us all to go back to the mine now on the Dive Talk Goes.
Yeah.
Because it's a big climb down and up, right? So carrying like a sidewinder, I'm just saying that's a lot of
So
gear.
much gear.
How about to go? How much better is that climb
Yeah.
going to be with just
And they
to
have
go?
80s at the bottom.
Yeah,
we
we'll
don't
just
even have
use
to
their
bring
80s at the
tanks.
bottom. It's
gonna be
perfect.
awesome.
So yes,
yeah.
we want to do that.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that if you own a Go, you will be invited in super secret meetups, but maybe.
I mean,
I don't know. Just
probably
saying.
going to be in the cooler group of invite
Yeah.
club, but that's just our opinion.
All right, James, thank you for the super chat. His question is, what setup would you recommend for a first-time cave diver? Everyone has so many opinions, but I need a basic setup.
I'm going to give you mine because it was my first setup for cave diving.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going to go cave diving, just go CCR cave diver. Because if you don't, you're going to have to go through and almost do everything over again. Like, oh, you're just an open circuit cave diver. Now you're going to have to become a CCR cave diver.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do your first cave diving class in a CCR, and it gives you way more options. God forbid anything ever happens. Now, yes, of course, I love the Sidewinder for cave diving because it's a side mount rebreather. There's nothing on your back. That's my bias. I would go CCR cave diver.
Absolutely.
Although otherwise you just end up doing it again. Would you please? Let me read it first. Please tell us.
Don't. What?
Never mind. I'm not. I've started to read that question. Now I'm going to stop since it makes no sense. But I will say that fish, in a way, they do have different accents from different regions.
And so you said I'm not going to go ahead and read
actually,
it.
the more I think about
it?
Mike's question, the more I realized that when I talk to them, they do act different. Like in Indonesia,
Oh my God.
they have like a different spirit, a different karma. They're happier there. They're healthier. They seem like, look how healthy my reef is.
Speaking of
And they're
spirits
more
and karma.
active and they're moving around more. So that body language, so they do have a different accent.
Speaking of spirits and karma, the video that we're releasing next week is going to be
That was wild
interesting.
stuff. I mean,
I am bracing for impact because I wasn't the most.
You were not nice,
Sweet.
Gus. I will say
Well,
that.
But you know.
So I
it's gonna be
hope
good.
this time though that it doesn't backfire because usually when you say that, you know who gets blasted the worst.
No, I'm
Me.
This one it's pretty.
But I
crystal clear.
believe that
It's gonna be crystal
people,
clear.
I don't want to say. You guys watch it, but it's crazy.
If you wanted to dive Cave OC open circuit, would you have to get trained for that as well if you went CCR first? No, because as part of your CCR training, you have to learn how to dive open circuit because that's your bailout situation.
That's right.
If your CCR stops working, you have to bail out to open circuit, so you don't have to be trained on both.
But it's not vice versa. If
Right.
you got open circuit cave dive, they're going to make you get closed circuit cave dive.
Yep. Let's see. Thank you, Steve, for the nice comment about my setup for the spool. That actually goes to Mike Young. So.
Oh, look, somebody's complimenting. I'll read it. It's a compliment to you. Gus, I was setting up my first reel the other day.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
Your YouTube short video on, you were okay. Large loop to connect to the double ender is a game changer. I know. Mike taught us that. It is great.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else do we have?
Excuse me.
Did you see
How
the
we doing
videos
on
for
time
Dark
and-
Oxygen? I saw it. People recommended that we react to it. I couldn't even finish it. I was falling asleep with the whole thing because it's like they found this area in the ocean where like the oxygen level doesn't decrease. It actually increased or something. I was like, snooze fest immediately. Like, I am sure that people find that entertaining. For me, it was sort of like, okay, I get it. I just didn't think.
Well, you should react
There's
to
no
it.
way to make it entertaining.
So you get more hate
no way.
comments when you react
Yeah,
like that on
exactly.
that video. Are we can we do what I'm excited
No.
to do yet?
Let me see. What else?
Oh, no, really? Wow, thank you, TM, for the super chat. What happens if you need to barf in a CCR?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. On a rebreather, you do not want to barf into your loop. If you did barf a little bit into your loop, you can shake it to the right. Like on our rebreathers, the gas flows, the exhale side flows to the right. So I would take it, close it, shake that barf down to the right. It's going to go into the sorb. It's just going to sit there in the sorb. If it's a giant amount of barf, though, get off the loop, and you could put your open circuit regulator in your mouth because that should be hanging right there, and you could barf right through the open circuit regulator. That's the answer.
I used to be scared of cave diving, but your channel has motivated me to try it out. Huge thanks. That's cool.
I
Lizzie.
guess try it out hopefully means you got certified. And now
Correct.
you're trying it out.
With an instructor.
Otherwise, not good.
All right,
Let me
let's
read
find
what
another
else is
question.
scrolling here. I'm reading. Oh, Robin was on. Good night, Robin. Sorry, I didn't see your comment on there, but apologize. Wow, Spencer, Gus, your weight loss transformation is awesome to see. It is. He looks so healthy. And Woody, you're looking jacked as ever. Well,
no, I don't think so. But thank you.
Which part? The jacked or the good looking good? Or
No,
neither?
I don't know.
You know what?
I keep telling
do.
people we have this new lens.
No, I do want to just be healthy. I'm not looking. Look, I'm old. I'm not looking. There's nobody I'm going to impress. I just want to be healthy. You know, I want to live a healthy lifestyle. I enjoy working out. I'm sort of back into it. I just want to try to stay fit. And I do think it impacts my diving. I do. I feel better, frankly. So thank you for the comment. But it's really for just, I want to be healthy. I want to feel good. No two faces. I can't see you. Oh, that's weird. Can everybody see us?
No. They can see us.
Okay.
No problem.
I missed what that was going on.
Any other diving documentaries you would recommend? Do you know there's a cool documentary that I watched recently. I think it came out on Netflix recently as well, within the last few months, which is the one about free diving in the diver cemetery in Egypt, Dahab. It was really cool. I think it's called The Longest Depth or The Longest Breath.
Okay,
something
I'll have
like
to
that.
watch that. I don't think I did.
It was intense.
And they're amazing.
I wish we could react to it because it was intense. But yeah, if anyone knows the name of it, please share.
Brandon, we want to hear what Woody is so excited about.
Well,
So now I'll ask permission. Yes, and the answer's no.
no.
How come I always get no?
We can't, we
I'm
can't be making people happy. Then they will click out. You just share the announcement and they'll leave. We got to keep them guessing.
I'm not so good at this, but I'm so excited to announce it, and I keep hearing no. And by the way, oh my God, it's 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. The Olympics are on. I'm not able to watch that right now, and 8:30 is coming quickly, which is when I'm usually already deep in my bed sleeping. So, yes. Thank you for saying that. Love you guys. Mad respect for what you guys are doing. You know, I'm just amazed with Dive Talk. We're lucky. We're fortunate. We resonate with people. We recently just got over 350,000 subscribers. That was a big jump.
This is a good question. So let me answer this one.
Okay.
Is the Dive Talk Go going to be strictly for recreational diving? No.
Not even close.
So what we mean, I think a lot of it is the promotion that we've been giving to the Dive Talk Go and mentioning the word recreational is every other unit out there, basically, every other rebreather out there is made with like the whole like elite cave explorer mindset. Like the owner of the company is this like legendary cave explorer, so we make the unit for this. Like if he works for our leader, then he works for everybody. You know, that kind of thing. We thought the opposite. Our approach was, why don't we make a unit for 99.9% of people that are not legendary cave explorers like us? We're not legendary cave explorers. Like we want a unit that I can jump off a boat and do like a 2-hour dive and enjoy my dive. Like I don't have to be doing a 10-hour, 330 feet deep dive. Like most dives are not like that. Most dives are to recreational depths, 40 meters, 130 feet, an hour or two. And that's what the Go is about. That is the perfect tool for those dives. Max depth rating on the Go is 200 feet. So you can go to technical depths.
And we've wrote a course for that.
Yeah, people are like, how come I cannot take it in a cave? The Go doesn't know that it's in a cave. You can absolutely take it in a cave, but you have to contend with the duration of the scrubber, which we're rating at 2.5 hours. So if you're going to do a cave dive, let's say a Ginny that is like 115 feet max depth, for an hour and a half or something, the Go will work just fine. It's a fully functioning, robust rebreather, closed circuit rebreather, you can
Yes.
totally do a dive
Yes.
in a cave with it. But when we designed it, it wasn't for that.
Exactly.
That's it. It was for the 99%, the 99.9%. That's what we designed it for.
Yep.
The people that don't want to buy a special wing and side mount regulators and like all this other stuff that comes along
for twice the price.
right, that comes along with buying one of those insanely capable units.
And how
right?
many dives have we done below 200 feet?
Exactly.
Like what? Once every year, right? So like, yeah, well said. I love it. I love it. It's literally my favorite rebreather I've ever been on. The work of breathing is just, it's the best, actually. Tested out to be, I think it's the best work of breathing they've ever tested, which is a
There's
big,
no other rebreather like it.
unbelievable accolades to Mike Young.
Technically-
Nobody has ever designed a rebreather to have better work of breathing.
amazing.
Now, there was only one
Yeah, there
that
was
I
one.
dove and tried, and I was like,
No. There's a rebreather. I think it's from Hollis.
oh, I thought
They
it was,
claim
I thought it was yours.
They claim the world record of best work of breathing. But you know how they got to the best work of breathing number? By using a BOV and being bailed out in open circuit.
What?
Right?
That doesn't even make sense.
You're not even on the rebreather at that point.
That's open circuit.
Exactly.
No. We know from the testing agency we have the
Yeah.
best work of breathing of any rebreather. That's amazing. That's a
amazing.
big deal, man. That I couldn't believe it when those tests came out. And that's all in the manual. All the information, all the testing, independent testing. We didn't go like give it to friends of ours. Hey, what do you think of the work of breathing? Now, everything was independent tested. And by the way, Mike Young designed it and built this thing, right? It's amazing.
Yeah. So
We're gonna do the.
So I hope
we are going to do a video.
I
Hunting
hope
on
that
the dive
answers. I hope that answers the question of is it limited to recreational?
No,
No.
I don't even think there's a word recreational rebreather. It's a rebreather. That's a
It's technical diving.
dive class. I mean, our rebreather class is you have to satisfy all of the RISA standards, and that's who writes the standards for rebreather classes. And we added more than that, like no shortcuts. There's no it's only a recreational rebreather class. That doesn't exist.
Are we gonna make a dive talk go video hunting
Yes.
lionfish? Can't wait.
Absolutely. And by the
Cannot
way,
wait.
I was told recently where the mecca of lionfish is, and it's not in the state of Florida. We've been going to the wrong state. There's one state
Really?
where we will be loaded down. It's
What?
yes.
What do you mean?
Instead of megtooth hunting in that state,
Oh, magtooth hunting. Okay.
not megtooth hunting there. Instead, some
They
of
have
the people
lionfish there?
not kind of they can't even keep up with the ball, and two people on our trip invited me, and they're like, you want to see lionfish? We have so many. We'll take you out and you'll come back, you'll fill up everything you have. And I'm like, we would love to do that.
Wow.
Yep. Husband and wife team on our trip
Hmm.
told me about it. He was an ex-military guy, and she did our dive talk go in the pool.
Oh,
I know Terry
rebreather,
knows.
yeah.
I know Terry knows who they are, and they're just like, tell us when you want to come.
Yeah.
Go is available now. Whoever's asking, available for purchase. We have instructors.
Oh, this is a good
100%.
question for you, Woody. Do you ever have unruly trainees or students who don't listen and you had to kick them out of the class?
Close. Very, very
Wow.
close.
You want to share that story?
I mean, they just would not listen in the confined water portion. They would not listen. It's like, okay, I'm getting ready to demonstrate. Next thing I know, this guy's gone. Like, where are you going? I'm about to demonstrate. Gone. Just cannot sit still. I'm like, you have to do these skills. Like, you got to just pay attention.
Yeah.
5 seconds. That's all I'm asking from you. Okay, and he just, yep. So it was a close call. But we have had people in the open water portion where we give them briefings. We tell them what to do. Terry has been with me in this experience, right? Like, don't let go of the downline. If you let go of the downline, you're going to be gone. Like, bye-bye, and you're in split fins, and we can't get you. You go down, and what do? Let go of the downline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm the instructor responsible, and right, you have to go get them.
Unbelievable.
What was confusing about don't let go of the downline? Like, don't let go of the downline. It's a river. If you let go of you're already on it like a flagpole.
Yeah.
And they let go. And I'm like,
Oops.
what was confusing about that part?
Well, I think a lot of it though is if you don't have the right trim, it's even more drag. It's even harder to hold on, right? So if you're like vertical, that whole water is smashing you, and if you don't have the strength and the right grip,
and the second he let go of the downline, the amount of bubbles from his breathing trying to swim back. So imagine you're kicking as hard as you can, and you're still flying in the other direction.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that's not pleasant.
I don't know if we're not getting.
No, you can't drink beer and scuba at the same time. So that's simple.
So Brent has a really good question. Where can you purchase the Dive Talk Go? Do you want to tell him?
Yes, I can tell him now.
Sure, yeah.
Guys, tonight is the night that we have been waiting for. The website is live right now, and I'm telling you, it is the most Steve Luchin credit, unbelievable, well done. DiveTalkGo.com. DiveTalkGo.com. Go. That was my announcement. It's beautiful. Just go on it. Do me a favor. Let's say you're not going to buy the Dive Talk Go. The website is so awesome that he made with the features. I mean, it's Apple level, like, of technology, of well-doneness. I have not seen anybody in the rebreather industry, and I'm not here to say you guys aren't great and you don't have great rebreathers, but your websites and your ordering systems don't touch it. They don't. And guess what? The Dive Talk Academy digital learning platform, it's going to be even better. Just wait. But we're going to change the industry. I'm just telling you right now. I'm sorry, Patty, all you guys, just get ready. I don't care. We are. But the Dive Talk Go, DiveTalkGo.com. It's live. I've been waiting to say that, and it's beautiful.
It's been a long time
it's
coming.
Awesome. Everybody put a lot of work into it. Gus did. I did. But the real programmer was Steve. I mean, he worked so hard on it. If you guys know Steve, give him a shout out. You know, go on that website, give him a shout out. He is so excited to be a part of it. He's going to be at DEMA with us. He's part of our family now, you know. He helped us build, I think, what is going to be industry changing in terms of ordering website. And when we launch the learning platform, that will be as well. Dive Talk Go. Go look at it. It's so well done.
Absolutely.
That's what I've been sitting here waiting to say. Now you can go order it on there. Order it, configure it, change it, read about it, FAQs, download the manual. Everything is there, ready to go. Finally. So excited. And here it is. We're announcing it on this live with you, what looks like to be 190 something people, 193 right now, viewers. DiveTalkGo.com is live. I'm going to post it all over later on tonight, social media and all that. And he has been working literally day and night. Terry just said that. And so many questions back and forth have to be answered. Yeah. You cannot imagine how complicated that is to build something that well done.
Absolutely. We're very excited. Let's see. Any questions? I saw somebody ask, somebody made a comment. Units will not be shipped to uncertified divers. That's true. So we wanted to make sure that people are not ordering this thing expecting it to just get it in the mail within 3 days, like they're ordering a pair of socks on Amazon. You have to get certified, just like any other rebreather. Let's see. So easy to use. Yeah. Thank you. Crossover cert to go from the go to the sidewinder is it difficult? I mean, I guess like everything, it all depends on your instructor and the skills that you have and all of that. But the operation of the two units is very similar. So I think you're going to be, you're going to be able to transfer that knowledge from one unit to the next.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
thank
of
you,
that's in the
everyone.
manual as well, by the way. The standards, the skills, the crossover requirements, which you can now, like, it's really nice to be able to say you can go on our website, download the manual. It's awesome, man. I'm just letting some people know. I'm even letting Mike Young know right now. He didn't even know. So he's getting the information.
Yep. So
live.
divetalkgo.com is the link for people asking. divetalkgo.com. And we're going to be linking it from our site as well. But, yeah. You guys reacting to any more Mr. Ballin videos? Yeah, I mean, whenever one comes out that makes sense. Again, we focus on diving. We're not going to be just reacting to random videos. I watch all his videos, but we wait for the diving ones to react. And he, by the way, he watches our reactions. He enjoys them as well. Johnny's a cool dude.
He is really a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's super humble. He was actually very supportive of us early on. Really nice guy. He's huge following.
Yeah. This is a good question from Johnny. Hey, I watched your video where you flooded your rebreather. Will this unit have that safety feature? No. And by the way, almost no rebreather has that safety feature. That was just the sidekick.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Again, there's only 7 in the world.
It is beautiful, his unit, that thing. It was I got to try it, and it's wow. That is quite a unit.
Don't flood your rebreather. Don't flood your sidewinder. Don't flood your spirit. Don't flood like any of your rebreathers. Just don't flood them. Some rebreathers, by the way, they'll have like a water catch. Like they can catch some water. The Go does as well. Like they will catch some water and not flood. But don't flood it like I flooded my psychic on the video where I literally filled it.
No.
Like,
no.
Yeah, that was great. All right. What else? What do you do if a shark attacks you? I don't know. I'll let you know when that happens someday. For now, they just don't care about divers. Never seen a shark attack anything. Not even eat anything. I'm always like, man, I wish I could see a shark eat something.
Usually they just go away. They just run away from you.
Yeah. Where would you love to dive that you haven't done so yet? That's a good question. I mean, there's so many places. Indonesia, Truck Lagoon, Galapagos, you name it. Brazil. There's some amazing caves in France. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We can be talking all night about places I want to go diving. Africa.
And that's what's so cool, right? I mean, it never ends. We'll never dive everywhere.
No.
And say, we did it. We've now dove everywhere we ever want to dive. We'll spend our
Antarctica.
whole lives.
That would be good. I think we should do a video about diving in all the continents because I think both of us, we haven't dove in Antarctica. That would be the
I would love
the prize
It's
jewel.
amazing.
No one will watch it, but it will be a write-off, so that's good. Lissy, thank you for the super chat. $5.
I don't know why, but it's true.
Says, can't wait for more lionfish hunting videos. Oh, we love lionfish hunting, so we look
On the
forward
Dive
to
Talk
it.
Go especially. I really do love doing anything on that thing because it's so...
Have you ever
easy.
dived in Seattle, Victoria? I love Victoria, by the way. But no, I've never dived up there. If you could dive with anyone, living or dead, who would it be? My dad. I would love to dive with my dad,
Nice.
who's alive. But
That's
I
great.
have to convince him to learn how to dive because
That's
number
great.
one.
That's really great. Oh, I can't put it on the community post on Dive Talk. Can you have to do that later? I don't know why. Can't.
Oh,
Won't let me post on it.
that's weird.
Yep, but you can do it. Because I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. I just wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Ed Sorensen's shop does have a Dive Talk Go instructor, and his name is Ed Sorensen.
Yeah.
He's an
Number
instructor
zero.
trainer. So yes, absolutely. And he was experimenting with it early on with Mike before it was going to be anything more than an oxygen rebreather. So
Yeah.
he's very familiar with it, and we seeked a lot of input from him. By the way, we changed some things based on his suggestions.
Yeah. By the way, we have about 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So if you have any questions, keep bringing them on.
No, well, we don't think you should dive it with alternative sorb chemistries. You need to dive it with the 812.
Yeah.
So just go by what it says, and
Can I use flavor sorb? Sure.
we're not gonna
find it.
deviate from what is recommended.
Is there any Go instructor in Canada? Not yet. Let's see. We done with questions? What was your scariest dive? I think for me, it was the dive at Roaring River, where I found myself at 208 feet breathing air, which makes you very narked. And
Scary, man.
that was the scariest.
That was bad.
was still-
Bad mistake.
It was still close to MOD. I hadn't exceeded it, but people don't do deep air. Okay, so the funny thing is, the comments about that are, you almost died, split with people dive to 200 feet on air all the time. So it was like, it was not dangerous at all to you barely survived. It's like complete polar opposites on the comments on that. When are we cave diving? I don't know, man. Alex, you're the one who's traveling all over the country. So, when is the official release date for the Go? August 1st. Today.
Just now,
DiveTalkGo.com. That's where we're here. Let's see.
DiveTalkGo.com. It's beautiful. It's so well done.
Gus, what do you learn about your scare Roaring River? To plug the right gas under my diluent. To double check my setup rather than just plug and go. I was complacent and I learned.
By the way, it works perfect on your mobile phone. The DiveTalk Go
Yeah, it's awesome.
website. It's
great.
He made it for mobile as well. I'm looking at it. Looks great.
Yeah, Liz is asking where are we based out of? We're in Georgia, Metro Atlanta. Where would you guys recommend to go into cave diving and CCR for people from Europe? Just first you have to find what unit you're going to use for CCR diving in Europe, and then based on that, find an instructor who's a cave diving instructor and dives the same unit, and then take it from there. It's a multi-layer process. You have to be CCR certified for a while before you will go into CCR cave diving. So start with that. When is the unofficial release date? I don't know what that means.
It's
Dive Talk Go
launched.
is released already.
There's a course. There's instructors. There's the ordering website. It's go
get
ready
it.
to go. Ready to go.
Why are rebreathers so expensive? I think dive gear in general is expensive. Not more expensive than other hobbies like golf and space exploration, but our rebreather at least is a lot less expensive compared with those other rebreathers that you can do 10-hour dives with and whatnot. Why is Woody always on his phone?
Well, right now I am because I'm launching. I'm posting. I found where to
Sharing
post
the
this.
website?
Yeah.
How busy is your shop? We don't have a shop, so not busy, I guess. Is there a Go instructor in Antarctica? Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, I'm back. That's sorry. I had to get that post out, everybody.
Is
Pretty
it I
exciting.
dived here or I dove here? Yes. It's both, but I tend to say dived more than dove. But it comes out often. They're both right.
Because it's safety gear and specialty gear and isn't mass produced. That's what they talked about, expensive. But I will say we have found that the Dive Talk Go is one of the most, if not the most affordable rebreather in the market today. I haven't seen anything nearly as inexpensive and yet no sacrifice of quality.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you'll never see a rebreather for 500. I wouldn't dive a rebreather for $500. So
I mean,
whatever.
it's probably made in somebody's garage or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
not tested or anything else.
I think that ours at $3,500 is
Fantastic.
better by far than anything out there in the market. And yes, you have to obviously go get certified, which costs money. You have to buy a computer, which costs money. But all rebreathers require computers and certifications and all of that. So those are added expenses that you kind of get when you get into rebreather diving. But diving a rebreather is actually inexpensive. Once you own it and you're certified and stuff, it's not much more than open circuit.
Yep.
How long did it take you to develop the Go? It's been a few years.
That's a good question, Bryce, though. What's the difference between split fins and normal fins? So a split fin actually has a split on the blade, right? So the blade's going to be a little bit more floppy. It'll be less resistance in the water. So some people think they like that because it's not as hard to move the fin, right? Because you don't have that resistance. But then that's going to sacrifice power. And
Yeah.
it could sacrifice your ability to do frog kicks. They tend to be a little bit too floppy, but that's the main difference. Neither one of us dive split fins.
No.
But I'm not here to tell you they're hard. You cannot dive split fins. No, I mean,
Dive whatever you want.
It's fine.
This is a good question. The Dive Talk Go does not seem to have a HUD, a heads-up display. Why do you choose not to have it? We actually do. If you go to the website, you can order a Nerd as your computer, and it will be right on your eyeball.
Yep.
As your heads-up display. So we actually gave the consumer the choice. If you want a HUD, you can order it. If you don't, don't. It's up to you.
And that's a heck of a HUD. That's a full-blown, basically petrol in your eye. So all your readings, everything, 4-pin. If you want that, then that's fine. Or you can just have it on your wrist and do this. Oh, look at that. I looked down for 1 second.
Have we been following the dig that Matt is doing at Demolition Ranch? No, I haven't been following that. We were supposed to go dive it, but then, and I talked to Matt on the phone, great guy, by the way, and he said, you guys have, X amount of time because I'm thinking about closing the cave, and the time just didn't work out. We had something like 8 weeks or 6 weeks or something, and Mike was out because we were not going to go explore that cave without Mike, and Mike couldn't make it, and then when he could make it, Woody couldn't make it, and when they two couldn't make it, I couldn't make it. So anyway, we couldn't work, and we asked him for more time, but he said it was a liability, so they actually sealed the cave. So now I guess he's digging it out. I don't know what they're working on, but they did invite us, so thank you, Demolition Ranch, Matt, for inviting us. Great guy, but we just couldn't make the timing work, unfortunately. We would have loved to go and explore that cave.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of questions still coming, but we've been here over an hour. I actually have to go. I'm
Yeah.
text.
No, it's been an
thank you,
hour.
everybody. This has been a great chat session. Really excited. Really, I'm excited for the Dive Talk Go website. Steve, if you're on, or if anybody wants to give Steve a shout out, he worked so hard on programming this for us. And I know he's super proud of it. He should be. And we thank him. We're lucky we had him.
Absolutely. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to check out divetalkgo.com for the website, whether you buy one or not. If you just want to give us some feedback, we will love that. And obviously, divetalk.com is the website where you can find all the information about us and our videos and our merch, and also to make suggestions for us to react to videos or to go diving places or whatever. We're always looking for suggestions. We always say that we like to record the content that people want to watch. So if you want to watch us do something, talk about something, let us know.
And we're working hard on next year's meetup. Maybe we can all dive together. Maybe you all will come. It was a blast, and I love meeting everybody at those meetups. It's such